Welcome, viewers. On behalf of Iravati Research and Communication Center, or IRCC, I am your host, Pratim Ranjan Bose. Let me start this year-ender podcast by extending greetings to our viewers and patrons for a very happy and prosperous 2024. As a startup initiative, keenly supported by a group of professionals, academic, and accomplished people from various walks of life, IRCC wants to be an active contributor to India's ambitious and aspiring journey to be a developed country in 2047, at the 100th year of our independence. Through our podcasts, we try to flag issues for the benefit of policymakers and global investors. We also offer expertise-based advocacy solutions to business and industry. For more details, you may check our website ircc.in. The year 2023 was highly encouraging for India, but not so much for the rest of the world, which was caught in several regional conflicts, adding to the geopolitical and economic uncertainties of the post-COVID era. The prevailing norms for trade, politics, and even insecurity are under serious pressures. This, coupled with fast-paced tech transition, impacting the set norms in energy, communications, security, etc. All of these are doing havoc on smaller economies. And even some large economies are not out of its impact. Closer to India, Sri Lankan economy collapsed, Pakistan is in ICU, and Bangladesh is looking vulnerable. To add, Chinese economy has slowed down. In contrast, Indian economy is growing from strength to strength. The Indian stock market has shown tremendous resilience to pull out by FIIs due to rate hikes by the US. Inflation is within policy range, and India's GDP growth is consistently beating estimates for the last 2.5 years. Real gross capital formation or investment in plant and machinery has peaked over the last 1.5 years. And politically, India is looking stable with the ruling BJP winning major state elections ahead of the 2024 general election. That fuels hope of faster growth in income and employment in the years to come. However, that does not mean there are no headwinds. Over the last 1 year, we did roughly 2 podcasts a month flagging issues like regional disparity in startup growth to the pitfalls of the recent RBI carve on NBFC investments in alternate investment funds or AIF. I am extremely grateful to Professor Sriradha Datta, a well-known expert in international relations from the OP Jindal Global University, Dr. Nihan Nayak of MPIDSA, an Indian think tank, Dr. Pritam Banerjee, head of the Center for WTO Studies, Mr. Biswajit Chakraborty, Regional Director of Apex Chamber, FICCI, seasoned investment banker, Mr. Shubhendu Mitra, and former Deputy Managing Director of Export-Import Bank of India, Mr. Devashish Mullik, for joining my podcast in short notices. You helped us in analyzing issues as diverse as India-Bangladesh relations, India-Canada relations, new economy in Northeast India, initiatives in removing logistical bottlenecks to India's free trade agreements, and occasional diplomatic strifes. Mr. Bhaskar Jyoti Phukan, the incumbent chairman and managing director of Numaligarh Refinery, Mr. N.K. Mitra, a stalwart in the fields of oil and gas exploration, Mr. A.N. Sahai, former managing director of India's arguably the most profitable coal company, Mahanadi Coalfields Limited, Mr. G.G. Maman, executive director and CEO of Sadhan, an apex body of microfinance institutions, Mr. Shantanu Shom, founder of IT OEM Somnetics, and engineering SME owner, Mr. Prabal Rajodhuri, graced our podcasts. Also joined us young data analytics startup founders Anshuman Bhattacharya of CBA Analytics and Dr. Arindam Shaha of Vista Intelligence. Looking back, it gives us tremendous pleasure in bringing out on the table as critical issues as problems and prospects in ensuring India's access to critical minerals, energy security, energy transition, India's growing energy trade with neighbors to the downstream impact of India's successful moon mission, Chandrayaan-3. Political scientist Sajjan Kumar and journalist Romita Datta helped us in analyzing the twists and turns of national politics. Sajjan is a well-known election forecaster. Retired Brigadier Niladri Mukherjee and Anant Misra helped us in analyzing issues related to security. Our podcast with Brigadier Mukherjee on reforms in defense recruitments received wide appreciation. Anand gave us insights on West Asia. We also had guests from foreign locations like Professor Selim Raihan and business analyst Shakib Qureshi, both from Bangladesh, investment banker Anil Raj Bhattarai of Nepal, Dr. Ralph Gilgen, CEO of Dornier Group from Germany, and my good friend Joel Shefford from Australia. Joel is a successful sci-fi writer. He studied international relations, but most importantly, he is a keen observer of India's recent success stories under Prime Minister Narendra Modi. The India story has just started unfolding. In 2023, India contributed 1/6 of the global growth. I'm hopeful that the country's growth momentum will consolidate in the second half of 2024 after the general election. Unforeseen external shocks may upset us, but only temporarily. Given India's successful run during COVID, particularly the vaccine story, and investments made in the last 10 years in improving soft and hard infrastructure, I expect India to maintain high growth in the coming years. Most important of all, I and the entire IRCC team pray for a highly fulfilling and prosperous year ahead for each of our listeners. Let me wish you a very happy 2024. Thank you.